Hey everyone, it's Julie. Today we'll be making Cuban style peppers, and I'll explain later on why I decided to make them Cuban style rather than authentic Cuban peppers. But these were super flavorful and very simple to make, so let's get started. So here I have some bell peppers. Make sure to remove the stickers or not. And now I don't know how true this is, but my little cousin said all fruit stickers are edible. I don't believe him. Even if I did believe him, I'm not eating them. Oh, and bell peppers are fruits, in case you didn't know. So if you ever see me post a video on bell pepper ice cream, don't complain. So you want to chop the peppers in half, remove the seeds and the membranes, give them a quick rinse. I like to use a small paring knife. I find it much easier to work with. And then you want to pop these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. You can boil them if you like, but I prefer roasting them. So in a skillet with some oil, in goes our ground beef, and we are going to make some picadillo. Picadillo is a ground beef Cuban dish that I love, although I am going to make it slightly different than I usually do. But if you want to make a simple classic Cuban picadillo, I have a separate video just for that. So you want to break the meat apart as best you can and let it brown completely. I cooked it for about 10 minutes. This released a lot of oil, so I got rid of most of it, but you can leave it in if you'd like. I cooked it for about 10 minutes and then I added the onions and fresh garlic. Now, traditionally, Cuban food is not spicy at all, but I like spicy. So I added in some red pepper flakes. I seasoned this with some garlic and onion powder, some oregano. We love oregano. And some salt and pepper. I normally add peppers to picadillo, but I omitted the peppers since we are going to place this in peppers. Go ahead and add some dry white wine, also known as vino seco. I have very little, but I suggest adding about a quarter cup to a half cup. Let the alcohol reduce and then add in the tomato sauce and tomato paste. Give everything a stir, pour in some water, add in some bay leaves. I did use a bit of sazon, although that is optional. And then you want to cover this slightly and cook it for about 20 minutes on low heat. After 20 minutes, you want to stir in the olives and raisins. I, for some reason, never have raisins on hand, but I do always have cranberries. So use cranberries or raisins. I highly recommend using them. A sweet and salty combo is a winning combo. It's amazing. Adding the raisins and olives, let it simmer for an additional 5 minutes. You want to definitely taste this, make sure it tastes good. It was very well seasoned at this point, but not spicy enough, so I added more red pepper flakes. I ran out of chili powder. If someone runs out of chili powder, you know it goes down. But if you do have chili powder and you like it spicy, feel free to add some. Make sure to remove the bay leaves, that's pretty important. I decided to mix the rice in with the beef mixture. I used brown rice. You can use white or rice, whatever you have on hand. My mother never added rice to her bell peppers. She just always served the bell peppers over rice. That's optional, but do have in mind that the rice will suck up most of the sauce. So if you don't want to ladle some extra sauce over the top, I would suggest not adding any rice to the filling. After adding the rice, it knocked some of the heat down, unfortunately, so I did add some hot sauce. That, of course, is optional though. You want to fill the bell peppers with the beef mixture. And now, the red ones are sweeter than the green. I like both, but if you want a sweeter pepper, I would say go for the red. If you want a more bold pepper, use the green ones. I ladled some warm sauce I had on hand, and this is the crazy part. You can use marinara, you can use salsa criolla, enchilada sauce, whatever you like, except a cheese sauce. I don't know about that. But get creative. We are going to place these back into the oven at 350 degrees for an additional 25 minutes, and then you're ready to eat. These turned out insanely good. Earlier I said these are not authentic Cuban stuffed peppers. Cuban food isn't really spicy, but I always make it spicy, so I like to call it Cuban style stuffed peppers. Please make these, let me know what you think, and I want to thank you all so much for watching.